Hey guys, tonight we are going to be talking all about rest, which is ironic because I am making this video when I should definitely be asleep getting my rest. It's way too late. But some people say the world has never been more anxious and stressed out than it is today. And whether that's because of technology or overcommitment or things we see in the news, something else, we could all use a little help learning to rest from the things that are causing us stress. And too often we sacrifice the rest that we need and we find ourselves in more trouble. Maybe that's because we give priority to other tasks, we try to please everyone else, and we lose focus of our needs, or we just don't notice we're tired until it's too late. It's funny how this happens because it doesn't just happen all at once. It seems like as exhaustion slowly creeps up on us, and then one day we stop to take a breath and realize just how tired we are. And I don't know about you, maybe you've already had your spring break, maybe it's coming up, maybe it's this week like me, but I feel like every time I lead up to winter break, spring break, summer break, I'm trying to get all the things done. I'm trying to catch up, go above and beyond so that way when I get to spring break, I can just rest, which actually creates a lot more stress at work and at home because I'm so consumed in what I'm trying to get done and being extra busy just so I can reset over the break. And that really impacts my relationship with God because I'm so busy doing other things that I kind of lose sight of things until I get to the break. And the truth is that when we find ourselves in an exhausted state, it's not good for us, it's not good for the people around us, and it's not good for our relationship with God. Now, we can't exactly avoid stress, right? It's going to happen. There will be homework, projects, chores, sports, friends, jobs, family, church, everything else that we're trying to juggle. It's no wonder we sometimes pull all-nighters to get it all done. Or we just go to sleep and leave it unfinished to do later, or maybe never go back to. And it's kind of true. Our culture tells us to keep going, push harder, do all the things, be busy. But Scripture tells us a different story. In the Gospels, Jesus prioritized rest for himself and his disciples, knowing that rest would keep them all healthy and prepared for the mission ahead of them. Mark 6:30-32 says, "The apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then, because so many people were coming and going that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, 'Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest.' So they went away by themselves in a boat to a solitary place." Jesus and the disciples spent an entire day teaching and serving the people around them. On this particular day, they didn't even have time to eat. Instead of pushing harder to keep going, Jesus chose to pause. Jesus knew rest was something we forget about easily, but he also knew it is a practice God demonstrated all the way back in creation. Jesus made rest a priority. He and his disciples were able to do some helpful things like reflect on their day, recharge, re-engage. Doesn't that sound great? If we don't pause, we never have the opportunity to sit in the presence of God, learn from him as we listen, and receive the care and energy that he gives. Listen to what God told the Israelites in Exodus 33:14. "The Lord replied, 'My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest.'" Rest may sometimes seem like an enemy that prevents us from connecting with friends, getting things done, or doing all the things. I know personally, I hate being told to slow down and to just be. But Jesus kind of shows us that rest isn't something we should skip. It's something that we can use as a way to live more like him. We're going to talk about this in our small groups tonight. How does King David see this working out in his life? You are going to look at a very popular psalm talking about resting in the presence of God.